we train to have mastery of our own mind.
So I'm with my co-host Brittany, and we are here to teach you the progressions of how to do a push-up for the 40-day challenge. So Brittany's going to start out in a modified plank on the knees. If you're just basically getting into this, she's going to lean her torso forward and her shoulders are under the wrists, and she's going to soften her elbows a little bit as to avoid that hyperextension which plagues many of us. And she's going to look forward softly so there's a natural curve of the neck and the neck isn't dangling. When the neck dangles, it creates a little pain at the suboccipitals under the skull. And you want to avoid any pains in the neck, people. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, so Brittany's forward. She can, if you want to, if you cross and press the bones together, that creates a little more stability. That's up to you. The lower abdomen is in. And what counts as one rep is a simple cycle of inhale and exhale. So I'll show you now. Brittany, breathe in. Breathe out, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Now take a break and take rest. That's all you need to begin, is to be in that position, take 10 breaths, and that counts towards your 100 for the day. We're going to step it up another notch if you want to, after 3 days of doing that, go to the next level. We're going to do a full body plank. So Brittany's going to come to her hands and knees. The wrists are come to the knees. The wrists are under the shoulders. And she'll start with the knees under the hips. And the toes are tucked. And the lower abdomen is strong. This is from the navel to the pelvic floor you lift. But don't contract from the navel to the throat. You want the diaphragm to be free to do its natural work so that the lungs can express themselves fully. Brittany's going to root into the index knuckle. Again, her elbows are soft to avoid that hyperextension. And as she extends the right leg back, she's going to push through the heel so her quadriceps are engaged. And she's going to push the left leg back. And most people keep their hips high. You're going to want to avoid this awkward position of the hips by lengthening the tailbone and extending the hip and looking forward softly. And again, you're going to count your breaths. Inhale, exhale, 1, lower just a hair more. Inhale, exhale, 2, and keep going like this. 10 breaths in this plank also counts towards your 100. Next, we'll explore some push-up positions. Brittany, take a little rest here. Nice job. Did I keep you there for 20 breaths? Okay. From here, once you've established yourself in a plank, be aware, even though you can't see, be aware of what that second half of the body is doing. I'm going to emphasize this again as we do the push-up. The heels kick back and the quadriceps engage so as to move the kneecaps towards the hips. The strength in the lower half of the body creates what I like to call a healthy tension. So if Brittany's holding me here, pull back, Brittany. That level of stability and trust where the neurons in your head are connecting to another half of the body. We want that integration of the body as a whole when we start to go up and down so that the shoulders and the elbows feel stable. And with that lower half pushing back and the chest being open on the way down, we have that healthy tension which allows for stability. Brittany's going to explore the plank position with you guys to show you where the hips should be, and more importantly, how the lower half of the body is super engaged and we're neuronally connected to that part of ourselves that we can't even see through the use of healthy tension. So Brittany, let's come back to the hands and knees and come into your plank where most of our students starting out in fitness have the hips high and it's a little awkward on the shoulders and hips. This is not ideal for strengthening the legs. So what Brittany's going to do is keep the lower abdomen strong, and she's going to lengthen the tailbone away from her as the hips extend. And she can feel a little more firing in the lower belly. So you can see that the heels are pushing back, and as a result of that, the quadriceps are engaged, the legs are strong. Because the quads are engaged and the heels are pushing back, she's really aware of what that lower half of the body has to do to support her upper half. She's just going to do one push-up here to show you the connection of that healthy tension. So make sure your hips are in the right place with the tailbone lengthening and the heels pushing back, and you're looking forward so the neck is lengthened in its natural state. It's not dangling. So Brittany's going to come back now into a plank, and I want to demonstrate a push-up that you may want to avoid for the challenge. I used to do this when I was very young, and it's the one: lower your hips, Brittany, push your heels back, and bend your elbows to the side. This push-up, do 3 reps here. This one puts your shoulder joint through a lot of stress, and you may want to find a balance of where you bring the elbows in and kick them back a little bit. And we're going to try this push-up now with a strong integrated plank with the lower body engaged and the chest strengthened and the index knuckle pressing down. So let's try a modified version of from Chaturanga, where the elbows hug the body, and that extreme where the elbows point out. We're going to find the middle ground. Now watch Brittany do 3 to 5. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, you can see her lower body is strong. One more, Brittany. Inhale, exhale, take rest. So you can see their legs are strong, elbows are in, and they're not quite hugging the body, but they're going back instead of out. And we are going to stick with the rhythm of inhaling down, exhaling up. Those are the stages for the push-up that we'll be using for the challenge. We'll add advanced variations 10, 15, 20, 25 days in as you guys get stronger.